Greetings, fellow travelers. Today we're going to take a look at a prepackaged shelf-stable sandwich that you can take with you on the trail, camping, backpacking, hiking, or put in your bug-out bag, your survival kit, trunk of your car, wherever you think you might need a little extra food in case of a brief emergency. What we're looking at today is the Bridgeford brand ready-to-eat sandwiches. These particular ones are sweet and sour chicken. You can see here in the picture that they look like they're just stuffed to the brim with filling. And we're going to check and see if that's true or not. There's two in this package, two sandwiches. And I'm going to cut one in half and break one in half, and we'll see if either one of them resembles the picture on the package. So these say extended shelf life, no need to refrigerate, and great for camping, fishing, boating, household emergencies, hunting. Each one has 290 calories, 11 grams of protein, 34 grams of carbohydrate, and 0 grams of trans fat. Complete ingredients list is on the back. The directions include that the sandwiches are designed to be eaten straight from the package. However, you can heat them up with an MRE flameless ration heater, or by putting the pouches into boiling water, the microwave, or a toaster oven. In earlier videos I've mentioned that I was saving the flameless ration heaters from the MREs that I reviewed for another project, and this is the one. Also on the agenda today, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm not really a coffee drinker, but I'm going to make some. So I have a little extra MRE coffee. This happens to be Taster's Choice. It's an instant coffee. And this is from a 2004 vintage MRE. And I have some non-dairy creamer. This one is dated 4254, so that would be 254th day of 2004. And a couple of packets of Domino's sugar. I'll put those in there as well. So I'll be heating up some water to put in my cup. This happens to be a double wall Peak brand stainless steel cup. So there's a vacuum in between the walls of the cup. Works very good. However, can't boil water in it because it doesn't transfer heat from the outside to the inside. And finally, I have one of the instant towel tablets, and these are really cool. Drop them in a little bit of water, or pour a little bit of water on top of them. They become a approximately 10 by 9 inch rayon towelette that you can use for cleaning up. You could press one into service as a bandage. Lots of different uses. You could use it around your cat hole. Being made of rayon, they're 100% cellulose, and literature I've been able to find on them says that they deteriorate in the environment about twice as fast as cotton does. So it's not a plastic, it's a biodegradable cellulose product. Alright, let's get started. I'll open the bag up. It has a tear notch on it, so I'll just open it that way. And inside, oh, don't those look kind of familiar? Sweet and sour chicken bread, and then the nutrition facts again are on the label. You can freeze a frame if you want to look at it. So there's two, and I think we're just going to cook one today. The package seems to be intact. So here's one of my flameless ration heaters from one of my previous 2004 vintage MREs. Have a little bit of bottled water here to activate it with. Tear off the top. There we go. Set them both down in there. What I'm going to do is usually put the flameless ration heater into a cardboard sleeve, or with the earlier versions we slide it back into the carton that the entree came in. So we're going to do something like that today. I'm going to put them back inside this bag to cook. And we're going to give it about 15 minutes once it's started cooking. So there we have the do not overfill line. About 1 ounce of water in there. I'll take just a little bit more. See if it's going to get hot. Yes, it is. Getting warm. Put this back into there. Kind of fold it over a little bit. And lean it up against the cup. And we're going to give that about 15 minutes to cook. It's been 15 minutes now since we put the sandwich into the flameless ration heater envelope and fired it up. So before we get into that, I'm going to go ahead and make my coffee, and I decided since I routinely carry hot chocolate mix in my packs, I'm going to go ahead and make a GI cappuccino with this stuff. So I'm just only going to use what I usually have with me. So there's the chocolate, coffee, see what those granules look like in there. Looks like freeze-dried, and I'm sure it is. Taster's Choice typically is freeze-dried. Non-dairy creamer, it feels nice and loose and powdery, so I'm not too worried about that being spoiled. And it is nice and powdery. And because we have the hot chocolate mix in there, I'm probably going to use one of the sugars instead of both of them. And a cup of hot water in my glacier cup. And it is 8 ounces. And I'll give that a stir. Everything seems to be dissolving nicely in there. And I'm just going to let it sit for a bit. Alright, so now, take that sandwich out. I guess I could have torn that bag, but as I've said before, I sometimes use these, put them in my kit for a water carrying bag. Got quite a bit of sweating going on in there, water from inside the FRH, so I'm going to take a moment and wipe that off before we go any further. Alright, so it's nice and hot. The FRH did a good job. Open up that envelope, and there's a shelf-stable oxygen absorber. Do not eat, so we're not going to eat that. So let's remind ourselves, shall we, of what those look like on the package compared to what they actually look like when they come out. So once again, here's the package and here's the real deal. So we're going to break it open if I can. Not a nice clean break like on the picture, but what do you think? Reasonably close? I'd say so. It's not stuffed to the gills like the picture shows, but it's got quite a bit of stuff in it. Alright, give it a taste. The bread is kind of bread-like. It's not like the MRE snack bread at all. It's not of the same texture. This is more like regular sandwich bread in texture. The filling is slightly sweet. There's a vinegary hint to the taste, and maybe a little bit of a soy sauce type flavor, or teriyaki. You can see there's pieces in there that looks like nori or seaweed, red pepper. There's some meat in there. And you can also taste and feel the texture of the chicken as well. Let's give our GI cappuccino a taste here. I have to say again that as a non-coffee drinker, I'm not accustomed to the taste of it. This doesn't taste too bad. This cup is quite comfortable to handle, but I can tell you that the contents is smoking hot. Have to take careful sips of it. So here we have the sandwich, and I'm going to get inside there with the spoon and open that up just a little bit. Why don't you have a look at what's in there. So again, I think we have some nori or seaweed, unless that's some kind of green pepper, could be that. And then there's red pimento looking stuff. Just tasted a piece of the green material. It might actually be a green onion. Anyway, that's what's in there. There's some of the chicken. But it's not completely invisible. There's actually chicken in there. Kind of like little cubes. The filling is not overly moist and it's not overly dry. All in all, it's pretty good. The Best By date on the packaging is Best By 06/04/2018. So by June 4th of 2018, or a little under a year from now, this would still be within its Best By date range. That's very good. For a shelf-stable sandwich product, I'd have to give that thumbs up. Now, I said before I was going to cut it in half and also break it in half. I was going to initially use both of the sandwiches, but I think I'm going to return the other one that still remains within its unopened pouch back to my kit where it came from. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut this one in half. A nice sharp cut. And again, we'll compare it to the picture. There's the picture, and there's the real deal. Not quite the same. You can see the filling in there, and it has a fair amount. GI cappuccino is pretty good. Alright, so take another bite of this. So for the Bridgeford, the premium brand, it says ready to eat sweet and sour chicken sandwich and bread. I would give that a solid thumbs up. Thumbs up. This is not a sponsored video. I just happened to have bought this, and actually I bought a couple of them for my emergency kit in my car. So I'm thinking about recycling them with another flavor. So here we are, we tasted that one, and it's pretty good. Now, let's make this the star of the show. Here's the Easy Towel pellet. So that's about as big around as a nickel and about 3 times as thick. We're going to drop this into about a tablespoon of water, and you can watch what happens. Right away it starts absorbing the water and turns into a white column. And you can squeeze the water out of it by the time it's all hydrated. Then what it turns into is like a gauze roll. And there you have it. Now that's a pretty useful size for a towel. It's still moist. You can use it for cleaning your hands with, Clean your utensils. When I'm done with this tray, I could easily wipe it out. You can use it for toiletry purposes. You can use it for a washcloth. Once again, these are made of 100% cellulose. That's what rayon is. After this dries out, we may take it outside and give it a flame and see how fast it burns. But again, supposedly these will biodegrade twice as fast as cotton will in the environment, which isn't too bad. Alright, so that has been a review of the Bridgeford ready to eat sweet and sour chicken sandwich, and also a GI cappuccino to go with it. And that is still really hot. Apple Stump Bushcraft Stuff and Things, hope you enjoyed this little video. We'll be coming back with another MRE review later in the week, today being Sunday, so I would expect that in a couple of days. And we'll take this outside when it's dry and maybe make a little addendum here and show you how flammable it is or is not. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please hit like if you like the video, subscribe and share, and we'll see you next time. Here we have the easy towel. It's all completely dried out now. And we're going to stuff it in this little grip pan, barbecue grill, and see if we can get it to burn. So we'll try to light it first with a ferro rod. See if it'll take a spark from a ferro rod. It might not. Well, it wants to. It did. So, good enough for tinder. You can see it's burning. It smells like paper. You would expect it to smell like paper because it's made of cellulose. So there's something else you can use your easy towel for. There you have a tinder and a flame that's going to last about a minute probably, and minimal ashes. I'm going to go ahead and close the lid now, and we've seen what we need to see. Thanks again for watching. Take care. Adios.